Weytk, Miss Ned and skwekwst. Hello everyone, my name is Miss Ned. So this is the first video that I am doing for Marion Schilling Elementary School to continue our learning. So I just thought we would do a little bit of basic things that we have done in class, such as alphabet and numbers, and talk a little bit about numbers in case we have some parents joining us that would like to join in and learn some of the Secwépemc language as well. So on the screen I have a picture here of a snina, which is an owl in Secwépemc, and the snina is sitting at the little letep, the table, with his xgatt, his computer, and he has his little friend here watching him. And I chose this picture because I thought it would represent all of the learning that we're doing now, which is on our computers and at home. So I hope all of you are doing well, and I miss all of my students, so hello everybody. And so let's get started with the basics that we all know, which is the Secwépemc alphabet. Okay, so basically when we do the alphabet, I always mention a few things about it, which is that there are 42 consonants in the Secwépemc alphabet, and also vowels and a number. And that was the question that a lot of students would have, and people who are just learning the Secwépemc language always want to know what is the number 7 and what does it do. So in the Secwépemc language, the number 7 is a glottal sound, so it's a glottal stop. Most Aboriginal languages have this in their language, and it's just represented differently. But in Secwépemc, we have the 7 for that symbol. So there is a word for this one, and it is spute, which is bird. So the 7 is at the end of that word. So when we say spute, we kind of stop in the air as we're saying it. So another example for this word would be our word for yes, which is ma'a, and the 7 is right there in the middle of the word. So when we say it, we kind of stop halfway in. So when we say it, I'll slow it down a little bit. We would say ma'a, and if you speed it up, it's just ma'a. And to say no, we say da'a. So it's got the 7 in the middle as well. So we say da'a or da'a. And so let's just read through the alphabet so you can do what we would do in school, which is where you would repeat after me or say it along with me at the exact same time. Just do whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, so let's read through the alphabet. So we have out, chmea, chwendes, xgatt, xyep, xexweytep, xgatt, xexweytep, xgatt, xgatt, xquist, lahets, spoelten, swouch, memla, skemchis, nikut, swelmink, lop, pajek, usman, kmoot, gwelgen, imakat, quilch, lepens, satrans, spekat, dania, cheat, tsi, ana, utsa, weytk, semlout, chlech, chwechna, yawm, skwekwst, spute. So those are our 42 sounds in the alphabet, and if you focus in on a lot of these sounds, then you'll begin to be able to read the language, but that's more of an advanced lesson. I'll point out a couple of these letters. So like this one, for instance, for heart, we say poosman. So it's not just a regular poosman, but we eject the P, so it's more like poosman. And then for our TS word is tsi, which is deer. So that glottal mark, the little apostrophe looking mark above the TS makes it go ts. The plain TS is ch. So when we read the word for house, it's cheat. So we're going to be practicing the alphabet, and I would recommend, if you would like, to also look at first.nations.language, which has the alphabet on there, and you can click on each letter and an elder is pronouncing those words. So you can use that tool, or you could just replay the video and read the alphabet. The second thing we're going to go into is something that everybody's familiar with, which is counting. And we've counted from 0 all the way up to 100, I believe. So a lot of students in the school know how to do this on their own. So any parents out there who maybe you could ask your child if they could read out the alphabet to you, I mean the counting count to you, and see how high they can go on their own. But today we're just going to be counting up to 20. And the number 0 is not on here, and to say 0 in Secwépemc we say xgatt. Okay, so we're going to start with number 1. So xemc is how we say to count. It's telling you to count. So xemc. Nikut, stswe, xgatt, moose, xgatt, 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 xquekst. And I say that it's really important to learn numbers 1 to 10 if you want to be able to count all the way up to 100. So if you can count to 10 with, you memorize those numbers, it's going to be a lot easier for you to go higher. So we're just going to count one more time to 10 before we start with the teen numbers. Okay, so we can use our fingers too. So in class we usually do this. So let's start off like this. So we have xgatt, nikut, stswe, xgatt, moose, xgatt, 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 xquekst. And once we get to 11, you're basically just going to put the number 10 with the number 1, because that would make 11. So we would say xexweytep. So it's like saying 10 and 1. So xexweytep, xexweytep. So that's like saying 10 and 2. So we'll continue on. Xgatt, xgatt, moose, xgatt, 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 and this one is basically putting 10 and 2 together. So we would say xexweytep. So that's how we say 20. Xexweytep. And if we were saying 30, we would say xquekst. 40 would be xgatt. Okay, so we're just going to count one more time from start to finish. That way everybody can just follow along. Okay, xgatt, xexweytep, moose, xgatt, 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 xexweytep, xgatt, 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 moose, xgatt, 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 xgatt. So that's as high as we're going to count today. And if you want, I have the numbers written down here in Secwépemc, so it helps you see what I mean when I'm talking about adding 1 and 10 to make 11. So xgatt. So you can have a look at that. And I also have some tips here. So learning to count from 1 to 10 is important, like I said. And once you learn how to count from 1 to 10, it's easier to go up to 100. So I give you a couple ideas here of what I was just talking about. So yeah, I'm just going to go back to the top. So that is our basics that we do in class every time. We also read a story, or I share some things about my grandma, like stories that she's told me. Also crafts, things that she's taught me. So I'll be sharing those things in a separate video. So yeah, that is it. And in Secwépemc we say Weytk for I will see you later. And we don't use the word buduch, which means goodbye. So I always use, in class, we always say Weytk. So have a good day, everyone.